What's up? Is this your full-time job? Yes. So currently, this is my full-time job, and I am so happy with it, for sure.
I'm an electrician. I'm an electrician, bro. That's all I is. But
Temple is an electrician.
I be
yes.
doing the most at my job though. Like, I've worked with contractors to build gyms. I've worked with contractors to build buildings. I've worked with contractors to build freaking a lot of stuff. They're in the back of my mind now because, like, I think maybe the crystal energy is just pushing all that builder's stress to, like, the back of my brain or whatever. But, like, if I could sit there and really think about it, I've built a lot of stuff in New York.
Yeah.
Like,
you've been an electrician for well over
way
15
before I met you.
Yeah, so it's been
Temple's
been about 15, 16 years of being a professional electrician.
Just straight hard ass work.
And I truly believe this is one of his first times ever actually, getting to take a break from his job. So,
but my dream, like, I had a dream one time, and it felt so good and so real. Like, I was building a mall, but malls are ceasing to exist, so that dream won't ever come true.
The whole mall situation?
Yeah, that one time I dreamt that I built a mall, and, like, just, like, the bathroom on 42nd Street, Bryant Park, that was me and my team.
I love that.
No BS. That was me and my team.
Yeah. In Bryant Park, there's a public restroom that you use. And it's actually very well kept. It's very, like, really high class looking. And I remember the first time I went to it after Temple had, him and his team had worked on it. And I was like, dang, this is some high class stuff. That was the first time I've ever witnessed one of his jobs. Because a lot of his jobs do take place in either hospital settings, residential settings. Oh, yeah. And the residential settings that he works in are some, multi-million-dollar homes and stuff. So
penthouses.
Yeah, I'm not walking into
Mount
those.
Sinai stuff. Like, the whole surrounding area of Mount Sinai is owned by the hospital. Right. So all those buildings I've been in, I've dabbled in the dorms. I've been everywhere. I've been on the rooftops, crawling beneath in the crawl spaces of the basements. I've been through the hallways, the staircases, the empty apartments, the full apartments, everything. I've been to a lot of places in the city because of my electrical background. But
so at the moment, yes, this is my full-time job, and at the moment you can just say Temple's basically on a vacation.
Partially this, partially electric. Like, just trying to just live free.
Next question says, do you two ever rest? Yeah, I mean, obviously this is here.
I rest. This is me chilling right now.
This is our quality time together, and also we do rest. I mean, we need to, right? It always looks like I'm always busy, but I always make way for a moment where I'm like, all right, I need to just watch an anime show, or I just need to just sit here and binge read something. I do believe in self-care. You can't have a successful business or a successful life without some personal time off. And I always make it known, like, hey, listen, I'm not doing this today. I'm going to sit here and watch TV.
And then I look at her like, you good?
I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You just got to have some self-care. So, yeah, we rest. We get our time in, and we chill out. So, what's it like being in business with your significant other? Any difficulties or advice? So, I mean, yeah, being in business together has been really cool. In the beginning, Temple has always been very supportive of the business. But I had handled everything by myself, from inventory, unpacking, pricing, live sale tables, invoicing, packaging, like all of that. I did that all by myself. But as time grew on, Temple picked up in certain things like unboxing stuff and, helping me with my table setups and packaging and shit like that. So it's definitely been helpful having Temple as a helping hand and an understanding person too. So, because there's times where I'll just be like, bro, I don't want to do this right now. Like, I really don't. I'm too tired, or I feel down because my activity on Instagram doesn't reach the content that I needed to reach. So I think there's more of a positive note than there is difficulties, but there are difficulties in terms of certain things, right? There are certain stuff where Temple wants something to look a certain way, and I'm just like, no, I don't want it done like that. Because what makes it rough is that both Temple and I have been supervisors and managers of other people, which is very difficult because we both are very strong-willed, strong-minded people when it comes to that. So we do butt heads in some things, but we've always come to certain conclusions where we work it out together, and we learn how to, you know, compromise with one another or see reason in one another. So
yeah, two day managers at the same store. You already know it's gonna.
You're gonna clash a couple times here and there, but nothing where it was like.
But obviously, we know we're in a relationship and we're in a business, so we can't just be screaming at each other like we lost our damn minds.
Word.
This is her business, but this is our thing.
Word.
You know, this is our livelihood and our thing we want to do for a while.
Yeah.
Possibly when we're all like super wrinkly and old and shit. So like, this is stuff that we want to take care of. So we're not gonna be screaming about it like it's some corporation's money. You just do it. No.
Because even though I am the one who started it, this is a long-term investment with each other.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. So yeah, there is going to be difficulties with any relationship, and of course there's going to be difficulties within any business, but we both respect each other's opinions and also our disagreements and stuff like that, and we just got to see what really works out, what's more beneficial, what it is that we should be doing. In terms of advice, like I said, you don't get into a business unless you know who the person you're with is. I think that's the biggest thing, is that a lot of people think that just because you have these things together means you're going to stay together, things are going to work out. If you're one of those people that tend to be in a very complicated relationship where you guys are always arguing, I would suggest you stay away from making a business. It's not going to end well. Things are not going to work out. You're always going to be button heads. But with this, it was more like I had done it because I knew Temple had given me support, and then along the way it became an investment for us. So I think it's been very good for us altogether.
What the
weird habit of each other? Oh, there is one. There's a couple things that Temple do that irks my soul. One is that the way he squeezes his toothpaste, he squeezes in the middle, and then there's sometimes none on top and all of it on the bottom. And number two is the way he gets out of bed. So normal people would wake up and they open their blanket and they would get out. Temple doesn't open his blanket. He takes his legs and drags the blanket down to the floor, and then when he's ready, he opens his blanket and then, for whatever reason, kind of twists it and then puts it on the bed. Yeah. So,
waking up is awkward for me. I'm just like, disorientated. I'm like used to sleeping in holes.
It's like a mummy who just like rises up out of bed, but he literally rises with the sheets, and then when he turns, the sheets come off the bed with him, and then he takes it off and then swirls it and puts it on the bed.
My social experience had me sleeping in holes, bro.
So that's one of the habits I think that Temple does that irks my soul.
Yeah.
What is it that irks your soul about me? Because I know there's some things.
Not necessarily.
I think the one thing that I could think that you probably don't, you are like, come on, babe, is the amount of snacks I get and like I leave around the house.
Yeah, doesn't really bother me.
I don't think anything really bothers you, to be really honest.
Yeah, I'm just stone cold crazy. Like your leftovers, you leaving them for me to consume. That's just whatever too.
Well, yeah, I guess. Let's just say, what are your future plans, both business and couple? I guess for the future plan would be, obviously we want to grow. We are looking into getting a bigger space for ourselves in terms of a home, like a house, not an apartment. And it's something that we both see ourselves doing, right? We want to continue to grow with this business. We want it to be bigger. I don't see myself having an actual storefront just because I do know what an actual storefront is. I've ran a business in the storefront, brick and mortar. It's not easy, and the profit margins are very slim if you're not careful. But doing it from the comfort of our home, and also,
the benefits of the comfort of your home is delicious too.
So I think we really love it within our own home setting, something that is very nice, convenient. In terms of couples, I mean, just with any couples, we do see ourselves in the future with kids. We do see ourselves kind of just growing old.
Not really crazy there. Just trying to stay positive.
Right.
Doing what we want to do in agreement.
Yeah.
Certain spontaneous stuff here and there. Nothing like crazy spontaneous where it's like, oh, we gonna kill each other.
Yeah, no. nothing like that. We just want to enjoy our lives. Probably have a couple kids. Probably just two. Not even a couple, just two.
Yeah.
And
be Arios and Symphony.
Right. We already picked out names and stuff, but that's about it though. So it says, how long have you been together? Well, we've been together 10 years and February, March, April, May. 10 years and 3 months.
Yeah. So thanks for making us feel super old.
How long did it take you guys to grow? Reaching an audience is tough. In terms of business, it takes a long time. So our business we've been open for a year, and well, it would hit 5 months today. So a year and 5 months. And let me just say the growth took a while. You have to be consistent. You have to be available to your customer base. You gotta be able to consistently put out products, make yourself aware, and just be personable. Because I do believe that small businesses, how they grow is not only with the products that you serve, it's also the type of person you are yourself. If you are personable, you're somebody who basically wants a friend in you all the time, that's how you would grow. Don't be afraid to show your face on camera. Like right now, I was never comfortable with being on camera. I was never comfortable talking to just like a phone and stuff. You have to learn to break boundaries to do that. You gotta step outside of the box.
You have to sell yourself.
Yeah, you gotta sell yourself.
Just like you would sell yourself for a job. Just like you would sell yourself for, certain things.
Yeah.
I
mean, I do also believe in the fact that we struck lucky, right? We struck lucky in the terms of how things have worked out. I will always remember this, that my very first live show that I ever did, I had about 30 some people, 25 to 30 some people. But my very first orders that came in, I had made over 85 orders, and that is insane for a first time business.
And you can do it too.
Yeah, I truly believe people can do it. And I also believe it's what you choose your intentions to be for your business. So when I opened this business, my intentions with any business is to obviously make a profit. But I didn't believe in how expensive crystals were when I had visited other shops, retail, whatever, and you would see like a little tumble for $2-3, and then when you started getting to different shapes, they're suddenly $40-50. I understand the markup that you need to do for them. I understand what you need to put into that cost. But I also understood that there was a lot of shops that were really overpricing their things. And I was like, well, I want people to experience how much joy I get from getting crystals too. And my biggest thing was that how cool would it be that my energy was a part of your home? Because I've always been told I had amazing energy. I'm always fun to be around. And I'm always somebody that is a friend that knows how to uplift you. So how cool would it be that when you look at a crystal that you get from Jeannie, that a piece of me is there and you're like, you know what, I feel great today. So that was what my intentions were for my shop, and it still is to this day. And if you're just somebody that's going to be money hungry, who just wants this for the money, hey, do you, but it's not gonna
There's a lot of stuff you can do to get straight money quick.
Yeah, so I don't
just can't be afraid. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff you can do if you want.
And the success has only been growing because you have to learn to put more into it. I've been and I'm proud to be able to say I've searched from different countries and made connections all over the world to source these beautiful crystals and ethically and have these nice things that I can be like, yes, I know the family who made this and I know the person who mined that. So I think that's something that's very important. But ultimately, it's just a matter of what you choose to believe in your business. How much are you willing to put into it, you know? So I think that's what it is. Next up is what keeps you going when time or things get tough. I think they mean like in terms of our relationship.
Or in general.
In general,
like things like from work could mess up your relationship. Things from outside nonsense could get you ticked off, and you bring it home and you take that out on your significant other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think what it is that with our relationship that we've set boundaries from a very early stage. We knew what our boundaries were when we set certain things. One of those boundaries was, when we walk through the doors of our home and we take a shower and we're cleansing, because that's what a shower is. You're not just getting clean, you're cleansing away your stressful day. After you get out the shower, we get rid of whatever that was worrying us or whatever that was stressing us, and we just focus on us. So that's one of the things that we do. We know how to set, or if we feel like we need space from each other, because every human needs space, and it's absolutely okay in relationships to have space. One person can be out here doing his thing, and I could be in the back.
I would come out here and blast music or play a game or watch whatever the freak is on YouTube. She'll be back there bumping anime.
For sure. I think it's because
that time apart is healthy. That time apart is cool. Like, there's fluff involved. There's like a little bit of, de-stressing from what's outside involved in it. It's not like, oh, I gotta get away from her. No, it's a form of, hey, I need some fluff. I need some like YouTube news. I need some games, or she'll stay back there and she'll be like, oh,
I would scrapbook or journal.
Yeah, she does that now too.
Think, as a couple, and I think a lot of couples don't understand this, is that just because you need space doesn't mean
you're going through shit.
Yeah, or that you don't love that person.
Yeah.
It's something that is required to have. You need to have space. It's a form of self-care and is totally acceptable. So in terms of times getting rough, in terms of our relationship, we don't argue as often, right? We may have disagreements in certain things, but actual arguing has been very little in our relationship. You
can't be screaming at each other and calling each other out names and all this other crazy stuff. Like if it's a disagreement, like, just talk it out.
Yeah, we're one of those couples that we don't go to bed angry. We may still have like lingering thoughts, but we try to talk it out and make sense of it and try to see it from their perspective.
If you mean like financially tough, of course, everyone has everyone has like their financial stuff that they go through. Everyone's financial situation is different, and it's just like, I necessarily wasn't really taught to like have savings and all this other extra financial stuff. Like, I'm getting to learn that stuff, like stocks and all this other crazy stuff now, like while I'm like getting more time at home and more time to think and stuff like that. But like, I guess like in a sense of like finances and whatnot, like never really went through that with her. Never really went with that with each other. We always kept busy, kept working and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's because we hold each other accountable.
It's like a team, yeah.
In a sense, it's something where I think where people always get confused when it comes to couples is that because you're a couple, you no longer have individuality. And I think that's the issue with it, right? He is still his own person, just as much as I'm still my own person. I do the things that I want to do. You're not going to tell me not to. And just as much as I don't tell him, you can't do this. So I think when it comes, in terms of times getting tough, we treat each other as friends at the same time. We are each other's therapists, if you will. So it's just a matter of learning to work as a team.
The same stuff we're saying to you now. Sorry for cutting you off. The same stuff we're saying to you guys now. We have been preaching this to each other from the beginning, ish. Like these things, our experiences, when we communicated to each other, we come up with these mantras, we come up with these things, and we have said it to each other in the latest of nights, in the earliest of mornings to each other, and we're just making sure things are concrete and to make sure that we're ready to do another 10 years. Right. We're ready to do another 10 years past that, because if we don't know these things, now, or we didn't know those things like 5 years ago, it's just like, what future do we really have? Right. So we talk. We just talk about we talk about this stuff all the time.
All these questions that you guys ask, we do occasionally.
Except for the how tall you are and stuff. I
definitely have asked you that.
That's baby stuff. But like all this type of stuff is just like it stays in my mind too, to a point. Like I look at her one time, and then she'll be like watching anime, and then I'll say stuff, and then she pauses it, and then next thing you know, it's like 3:00 in the morning, and I'm like, oh shit, we gotta go to bed. We got shows to do. We got stuff to do like that.
Our conversations have always been very
deep and long,
and also very natural at the same time too. Because I think a lot of people have issues not knowing how to communicate, not knowing how to talk, and for you to be in a successful relationship with yourself, you need to learn how to speak. You need to learn how to be able to communicate with others. And for you to do that, your relationships with your friends, your husbands, wives, boyfriends, your significant others will only increase from you investing in yourself. So with the times getting tough situation, going back to it, we talk about it. We talk things through. Yeah. We make sure we understand. And if you don't understand it, we're going to find ways to make sure we understand each other.
Deep, dark shit we talk about, guys. Like money stuff. We don't like talking about finances. We rather talk about freaking animes or whatever. Right. But you gotta talk about these things.
You gotta have the tough conversations. That's what it is.
Got to. Marriage stuff, freaking kids stuff. We don't even have kids, and we talk a lot about kids.
There's a reason why we don't have kids. Is because
we like to do us so much. We like to do us so much, bro.
We do.
It's so
so growing up as a kid, like I wanted the whole, like any little girl, I wanted the big wedding, the wedding dress, the ceremony. And then as I grew older, I was like, I don't need those things. I just want to be happy.
Yes.
So with kids, as much as I love kids and I would love to have my own,
a boy and a girl, which names we both have.
We've already picked names, though he hasn't picked any secondary names if it doesn't come out as a boy and a girl. But besides the point, financially we could technically do it. It's just that we love ourselves a little too much and want to experience the world a little bit more before we settle down and have our own kids. I mean, and who knows, we might not even end up having kids because we enjoy our time.
We be wildin'.
Yeah, we really do.
We be wildin'.
So
like we turn up, like the energy y'all getting from this crystals is like happy stuff, but we be wildin'.
Oh yeah, no.
Like if your crystal starts jumping up and down on the table, having its own little fun.
That's it.
Like we be wildin'.
All right. So, do you like scary movies? I personally do not. I will sit there and watch with you, but I'll probably watch with my hands like this, or with a blanket wrapped around and stuff like that. I can do scary movies. It's just that like when it comes to like ghosts, like Japanese ghosts and like The Grudge, The Ring, I can't do those. They remind me too much of my own people. It reminds me of myself. I refuse to, when I get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, I refuse to look in the mirror because my hair is down and I don't have glasses and I look creepy. So I don't like scary movies. On the other hand, this one does though. He loves it.
Kind of to the point.
You like the scary, the gory, the old schools, B-rated movies. I think
because sometimes they be stupid. They be saying stupid shit.
I think it's the funny.
The resolution is freaking garbage, and it's funny to me. Like, I haven't really gotten into any scary horror movies or whatever recently. Like, I don't think so, off the top of my head. But like, if you mean something like The Collection or The Collector, have y'all seen that movie? Comment down below. But yeah, The Collection and The Collector. That was pretty cool.
It was cool.
But I don't think it's
I guess it's considered
scary.
horror though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like horror.
Yeah.
Scary horror, I think that's what they mean.
Yeah,
like,
I think so too.
Horrible, crazy, cutting and gut splattering everywhere or whatever. Yeah, I could watch them, but they have to have a spin or a twist on it like The Collector has. Cause
don't spoil it.
Dude, that's crazy.
For those who
if it's just like Michael Myers stab you up,
that I can watch that. That's fine.
I'll watch it, but then I also have my phone in my hand and be like, yeah, this is cool.
Word.
But like The Collector, I'm like, because the plot and the premise is just, it pulls me in.
Who has better hair?
Y'all be the judge. She just did it.
Who has better hair?
She just did it. Y'all be the judge. Y'all already saw
But
that.
you guys never seen Temple's hair, so this is the first time you've ever seen it out braided. I think the braiding is okay this time. I was for some reason I busted through those braids very quickly.
I tried to tell you were, but you're like, no.
It's okay.
It's gonna be mad long.
It's fine.
I'm like,
it might be long, but it's okay.
You braid hair fast.
This might have to be a two-parter because it might be too long. But we'll see.
Braid hair fast, and I told you that, and you don't get it because I've sat in like salons for a couple
hours for sure.
For a while because like they just want to be doing my hair and they want to also do them at the same time or whatever. Maybe they're just slow on purpose or maybe they just wanted to chill with me longer. Cause remember what Mom said?
Oh yeah, so the first time before we moved in together, his mom knew about me. And he went to go get his hair done at the salon. And his mother was like, I'm coming with you. You don't know what these girls are going to do or say to you. And so she came basically to make sure that the girls didn't act up and report back to me, even though I never said nothing about it though.
Yeah. Every girl who has braided my hair has loved it. Like, I like the clean feeling of it being done. Like, I like hair, but I mostly like having the braids in. And I just like that clean feel of having braids set in and just
air go through your scalp.
Yeah. I mean, you could freaking get a baldy for that. But I'm just saying, like, I like the feel of braids clasping down type of feel on my scalp. And it was like the girls who was doing my hair was getting more pleasure than I was. And I was like, okay. And then I noticed that I'm like, yo, I think I have good hair. And I think girls like doing my hair.
I'm tired of doing your hair.
You might, yeah, my sister's is tired of it. My mom is tired of it. But the girls in the salons, my mom know they be acting up.
They be acting a fool.
Yeah, there's been a few crazy relationships because of that. But, the texture. Talk about the texture. Like the swirls and whatever.
So Temple has what's considered C4 hair, which is where the hair is very thick, very swirly, curly type of hair. So if you ever actually saw his hair wet, it's very like tight curls to it. So you would have to blow dry it to get straightened so that I can actually braid it. Whereas my hair is, as you can see, I have Asian hair. But the thing is with my hair is that I have very thick hair for an Asian. Like I have a lot of hair to my head. That's because traditionally as a baby, some parents shave their baby's head, right? So my head was shaved as a child, which I guess stimulated that growth of hair, and I have a lot. My mom already has a lot of hair as it was, but she shaved mine. It was ridiculous as a kid. As for Kim, her hair is not shaved. So her hair is long and looks like an Asian, but it's not as thick as mine. So regardless, my hair is phenomenal. I know mine says. Every time I went to beauty salons to get it done, they're always like, wow, it's so long, it's so beautiful, it's all this and that. So, but the thing is, my hair is not straight, like pin straight like most Asians. It's very curly, like wavy curls. It's just weird, but it's thick and wavy and curly. That's what my hair is.
So the kids will have great hair.
Yes, no matter what. Genetically, if we were to have kids, it's great.
But don't base having kids off of just that.
Yeah, please don't. Don't have kids just because they're gonna look cute or they're gonna have this or
great
that
eyes.
feature.
Like right now, the sun is hitting my eyes. I know it is.
All right, last question.
Just mess with you.
Oh, this is cute. What is your favorite ice cream?
Yo, you already answered that.
Your favorite ice cream is Rocky Road ice cream.
You already answered that.
Do you know what mine is?
Yours is the crunchy monkey thing.
The crunchy monkey?
Yeah, you have the crunchy monkey thing in it. And you killed it.
First of all, I don't have a favorite ice cream because I eat all of them. Preferably, if I was to pick one, it would be either strawberry shortcake or the orange creamsicle. Oh.
Yo, Ross. He's adorable.
Oh. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us on our Q&A session.
On this golden hour.
This is technically considered golden hour right now.
I know.
But thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. And hope you guys had fun. You liked it. We'll probably try to do another Q&A with different answers, the questions and answers. Probably
if you need us to elaborate more on certain things,
yeah, if you guys want, feel free to comment below. Let us know what other questions you guys want to ask us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you can, turn on that bell for your notification. We love and appreciate you guys. And what else you want to say, babe? Follow us on Instagram. We do live shows every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Instagram is linked below as well. And I think that's it, right?
I guess so.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.